owner employed the Jets decides to do a fancy draft just for the players he wants and change the Jets into the Barons.
If I'm not mistaken, home team made it. 2 threes on my feet, then I pump fake. Baby girl, grab the cool, kiss it, sweat, leave, Mr. Couldn't took it quick. Hottest on the planet, got the place lit up. Fly, got his piece of taste sight into it. We ain't on the same team, cheer up. Bunch of that make sit up. I ain't come to blend in, boy, I stand out. Money talk, she just popping out, at the mouth. If I'm the topic, then the conversation heated. Right shrimp, getting booked up in every city. Splash her with cash, had the spaz on the waiter. She messed up my order 3 times in a row. I'm good on gas, I just filled up my tank. Now let's fill up her head and let's see if she goes.
Just so that financing the roof on fire. We set 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 the roof on fire. I'm gonna keep the title. The next video will be always returning. Stay tuned for that. I've never been returning, so let's get straight into this game.
Swimming in my bed. Off with that. Off with that. Young Slim, get it in my infrared. Come and hit the rain, I just lit the gas. Young wild winning, living fast. Stash your money in a brown paper bag. We set the roof on fire, then we flood it out. We just threw the money up, we ain't even count. Shake it, shake it, shake it. It in my speeder, girl, I'm nothing. Messing up my speech. I'm $1 million player, baby, nothing's out my reach. I'm $1 million, like I hit the lottery. Splash her with cash, had the spaz on the waitress. She messed up my order 3 times in a row. I'm good on gas, I just filled up my tank. Now let's fill up her head and let's see if she goes.
It's because he's a newer player, plays closer to the Giants than the Jets.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Brooklyn Barons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. In the slot on the right is Graham. Gabbert now to throw on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. A gain of 6 there on first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Play fake. Gabbert. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. On first down, Smith flushed out right. And he connects with Vance McDonald. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run it here. This is Antonio Andrews. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The left side completion to Jones. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go for a big play downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
A running play for Rawls. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Brooklyn football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They begin here with a run by Andrews. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Eluding the pressure right. Goes right side, complete to Grunt. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
A dump off this time for Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They slot Gronkowski outright. 2nd and 10, Smith again. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Smith. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
To throw is Gabbert. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the 2nd quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And now back out comes the offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that enables them to also pick up the first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The final shot here before break. Smith. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. This fielded at the 2. First down, it's Smith. And Jones has it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, Smith. Flush to his right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Smith on first down. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 36.
Single-hander.
Yards.
Let that one be a regular 2-hand catch. Being with the single-hander, using the helmet as help. So that would
At this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Everybody's dragging it.
Play clock winding down. Here's Smith. That's caught at the 1. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So they're able to get the 6, but they cannot get in on the 2-point conversion.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky.
Because that, in my belief,
to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, they would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. On third down, Gabbard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Smith. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up second down.
I've passed 19. I believe 19.
To the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now the big man, this is Andrews. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Time running, and with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Smith looking to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
There's no down play.
The end of this game because I stopped 3 more to go. Jump forward. End of the game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They send Green to the left on his own. Back to throw. Finding time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away.
Meaning, it's time for me to come in.
Incomplete. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Caught right side. It's Snead. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They slot Gronkowski outright. He's back to throw. It's complete to Snead. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And this game is tied. So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we'd get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner on you, my good
Trying
man.
to go for 3.
Nothing between these 2 teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
So many times during the course of a game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them 0 favors with that return.
From his goal line here, Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 10 yards to go on 3rd.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Caught by Snead over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Smith. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. From the 50, it's Smith. A left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Smith on first down. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, Smith on the slant. It gets it to Gronkowski. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now a play fake here on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And quickly they get to the line. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dwight Lowry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Third down, here's Rolls. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their third and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Gotta be careful though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickel and dime down the field. That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there.
The first tie, at least it wasn't a L. That was my fault for simulating it.
Babe, show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for you. I'm in this all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on you. He got a thing for Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish. I told him it ain't very said. I'm about to fill you up with status. Walk up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event in boxing and it has the time been ticking. I've been out here playing my position, I'm about to get it now. Ain't no one about to block a hit.
Loud idea, but I'm gonna simulate until we get grown back.
Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl that keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it. Got Clementine one time, Snowy, we showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning. Someday, someone tell me I'm someone doing alright. Somewhere I'll find out someone that's waiting that one day I'll be the love of my life, but not tonight though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my people that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the He tryna stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise to pay.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Brooklyn Barons. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28. It's Jelani Jenkins that brings him down. There we go, a 2nd and 7. Second down, Flacco now. The left side throw complete to Adams. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flex.
I'm going to have to pause this for a second. See. Jones Jr. is back. Johnny Manziel is our secondary. Our first four. 95, 85, 81 is need.
Position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. second down carry for Booker. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Eric Armstead coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. On first down, it's Smith. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that'll be good enough for the first. Off of play action, here's Smith. Surveying the field. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Smith now to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
I'm going to simulate to end the game.
Great read, and it's picked off.
If there's any Superman comebacks, I'll be there.
And Charles, I think with the schedule.
It's a wrap, a chicken wrap. Next game is against the Patriots. The Pat Riots. The Pat Riots. The Pat Riots. The Pat Riots. Auto upgrade. Because everything is awesome. Pat Riots. Pat Riots. I'm gonna play this game just because they're former rivals. Wrong right here. And I'm second.
You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut.
Who I want to cut? Boy, I got you right now. I got you right
Yeah, I've been killing this. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing this. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that, killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist. Let me tell you about the young man.
Hey, look at my fucking dress.
Soon as it's seen it, I swear it, I mean it, my man was gone quicker than dominoes. He in jail, everyone falling like dominoes. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
Clockwise, counterclockwise, realest in the top 5. Other 4 ain't rapping. I'm just rapping for the side. Yeah, that's coastlines, Panama for the boat rides. Worth billions, and we ain't even need showtime. Just money counters and kitchenware. Condo with a in there. And we got rich in there. Been a trophy since Hawaiian soap. Curry over Kobe. We shootin'. Splash Brothers with the add in soap. Good fellas to my Aurelio's. Shades of blue, I admit you.
After next episode,
Let the sky fall, let it rain on you.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
wild card. Alright. 2 wild card on each side. So 2 wild card. 4 teams qualify. So I barely qualified. I need.
You were cracking dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. You were power stroke, diesel, backhoe riding, king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the 6-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing every word to every song of the girl that's singing tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah
from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Brooklyn Barons and the Kansas City Chiefs. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nikel Roby.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Here's Smith. And this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on down. Here's Abdullah. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go. A second down run for Abdullah. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set.
I'm gonna go ahead and challenge that. No, not exciting.
The downs. And the head coach. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On first down, Wilson. And he's got it, complete to Fowler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Abdullah. And Abdullah lost lost the football, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Their big tight end with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Percy Harvin now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for...
And you know what? Just because I'm going to simulate up to the end of the game, but then I'll come in as the lightsaber. Alright. Now I'm going to they're rushing it. Oh no! What happened up in here? Alright, I'm gonna let them simulate that.
They'll come out in the pistol. Mason. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Trey Mason with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Smith now on second down. Steps away to his left. The left side completion to Jones. 30. 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And now I'm just going to simulate the game, see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad. And that's the game.
And they're going to speed things up here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed.
They really want to lose by 3, not us. Which is kind of ironic because in the early moments of that game, which was like, how long, 5 minutes ago, I said, if I lose by 3,
your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild and different. We can all get hit from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slay the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Right? Don't get loud when we come out. That's instant. Give them what your friends think. Tell they bougie. Go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap. Tell them break your neck. Gon' bust the going down, pass it around, hey. What with me now? I'm running around, hey.
Because I have that one.
Nobody can, we on the town, hey. I never come down. Lose it.
Number 12. Let's get into it.
I'm Mike. Lose it.
I think I went overboard by 2 years. Alright, this is kind of funny. Because Jets are playing as if they have the Bills standards. Patriots are playing as if they have the Jets standards. Bills are playing as if they have the Patriots standards.
Everybody got guilty pleasures.
Mine just
to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blowing down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Brooklyn Barons. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh is 10-1. If I saw that correctly. No, they're 10-0. Because they had their week off. That would be 11.
On first down, Bortles. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Timmons in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Big Mike. Big Buddy Mike.
Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Oh, look at that. Look at that defense.
Now a first down throw, it's Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Flush to his right. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, it's Smith. And Jones has it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Smith. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On 1st and 10, Smith. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Brooklyn football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing again is Smith. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Devon Kennard with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And he's punting from the 10-yard line. Pretty much.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Just about.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about the 3-point kicker? Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that.
Super tough.
Smith now to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll give them the first down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Caught on the right side by Jones. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Less than 2 seconds to go.
On second down, here's Smith. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Smith. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right up.
Kill myself. Medical center. Gronk will be appearing in the last game of the next video. McDonald, we didn't want you. Actually, as soon as this game is over, I'm gonna see if I can extend this kid's contract. Flanker?
The edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And okay, so much for our halftime break.
Kind of bad.
Get right back to it.
Because this
both
could have
teams
been
appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
10-0.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Why is this game still in display?
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Smith. Complete to Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The left side completion to Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
You're right.
Play action. It's Smith. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Flag. Holding on offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Smith throwing again. Flushed out right. A dump off this time for Andrews. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From the red zone now, Smith. Buying time to his left. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Chris Boswell now for the extra point.
No good.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
I'm going to simulate to the end of this game. And I'll do one more video since I keep on simulating. And one more game. People up. 42. New England got the ball. 42 seconds to go. They're in Baron territory.
They come up in an offset eye. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Marine. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They find some open field here. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
40-yard line. And that might be the end of the game.
There, it's not just the defense that can hold the lead. Special teams comes into play, and they keep them in front.
Let's go and see that ball. Look at that. He was ready. Came outside. Blocked. Number 31 would roll over. If he had just swooped up, picked it up, swooped in, picked it up, that would have been good. But great credit to our... Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? To this guy. Number 13? Number 33. Wait, let's see if I could zoom into his name. Gaines. Gaines, you might just have another season with the Barons. Nice block. My first one ever.
Yeah, oftentimes we talk about the offense and the defense. Here it's that third phase, it looks like, that's going to decide this game.
Yeah, how many times have we sat in those coaches' meetings and they always talk about, well, we think special teams, that can determine the game, and we walk out, and sometimes, heck, I'll admit, I even roll my eyes. They're right. See how big that was? That just changed the complexion.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Inside the 20. Wow. Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Really? Our own 47-yard line. You're going to have to bomb this one.
Back to throw.
Come on, Fanica.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
It's up, and it is.
This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on.
So what the Barons did to the Patriots could not come back, and the Patriots couldn't do it to the Barons. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. One more game. The Bills. Bills still being shocked by that comeback by the Patriots. But then the safe ending. Oh, 6-5. 6-4-1. Barons are in the lead. This is for first. We are in Bill Stadium. Actually, I'm gonna put Seneca in as fullback because Gronk will be here. Gronk will be here. Gronk has 1 more week of injury, out for 1 more week. Out for 1 more week. Oh, Michael Bax.
I'm in the cruise ship.
Oh no. Empty. I'm gonna have to procure. He cannot play wide receiver anymore. He has to play fullback. No, he's gotta play fullback. Oh.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in.
So he's in here for the next 5 seasons.
I'm breaking in.
Alright, this is kind of a battle. them overall. As our we are going to be away. Bills are going to be home. Last time these two played, Barons picked up the win in their home. Is that going to be the same situation? Or is the Bills going to finally have a victory with the Barons?
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The second meeting of the year on tap here between these two fierce AFC rivals. These teams know each other very well, and that only serves to stoke the flames of what is always a heated battle. It's the Brooklyn Barons going up against the Bills. So let's send you up to Orchard Park, New York. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Brooklyn Barons and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll come out in the pistol. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Winston. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And that'll bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep to return it is Quan Bray. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Smith. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Holding offense.
What happened?
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Play action now. Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devon Kennard in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. From the gun, here's Smith. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Brooklyn football as we get going in quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. It's such a risky play there to fake it.
I'm just going to simulate this, and I'll play the next half. 7, 6, and
so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And his throw here is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing on third down, Smith. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again is Smith. Forced out to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 7 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Smith on third down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Smith on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And that'll give him a first down. Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's...
And I'm not playing defense. Super soon to the next quarter. And they will not score. They're only 29.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Now Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He has Britt over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Lawrence Timmons. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And he slings one that's incomplete. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now Smith, eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And here come the Bills. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the teammate.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Lawrence Timmons in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw is Winston. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Throwing now, Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout.
44 yards. The question is, though, did the knees go down before the ball went in? Alright, that's when the knee goes down. First knee that goes down over there. And it's on the goal line. Just give it to me. I cannot challenge the play because the
it's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they're operating in the red zone. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drive.
They'll sneak it with Smith. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No, don't 2%.
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. They come out here in the eye. Smith keeps it on the sneak. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And as a result, they could have had the lead with a field goal. Instead, they turn the ball over on downs. And now out come the Bills. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
I'm just trying to save time.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Kicking team.
First down.
Defense. The Bills are just struggling. The struggle is real.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And there's a flag on the play.
Offense.
Holding it up. Oh, man. 2nd and 20.
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? the guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Here's Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, but it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular.
Pretty low, knowing that these two are the top dogs. Alex Smith will overcome Winston.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
What?
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build it? Do we own it? We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Miss Sally, the young guards, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands up for exit, homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
We play our way. Rather be me. Do work all day. We don't see defeat. Can we fly that? Can we buy that? We even run a full court, make it stack. Shout out to Maya Moore, the young guard, to all the girls like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. So proud of them that we overcome. Do you know? We bow down to none. I wanna hail out all my day ones. Time really does fly when you're having fun, but the party don't stop till we staring down the sun.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score,
Jaguars are number 4.
we're coming kicking down
And
your
then the Bears
door.
are number 5. So they're
If you try to shut us
wild card territory.
down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even
We're
up
gonna
the
destroy the Jaguars right now.
we're coming kicking down
So then
your
we get
door.
overcome the fears of us whooping them. Danica, you're not gonna... You're not gonna stay over there.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you
You're not
just
gonna
how
be
we
playing
get
tight end.
down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we
I'm
get
just hopping
down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down
I
your
have to do
door.
Let's find out. How do I make Danica
We got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wycliffe. I bought the band.
from a tight end
And we need all the ladies to report on the dance
no
floor.
longer
And you know my slogan. No fighting in the noise.
balance.
Popping knock it when I met you, shorty had the
That was
lonely
what I was
session.
doing.
Like I'm a weapon, but I only got the best intentions. Tougher, not a bluffer. I want you to be my don't have to take it undercover. Just on the bells are ringing, people
And
singing,
here's
races throwing
Danica.
flower, bringing ding a ling a ling. The honeymoon is when we going, and I take you your wish, then I die for Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party. Turn it to the greatest party. Never see my baby coming. Just once, and we went up. And my love a tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. Baby girl, she got me lifted. Your mind tripping.
So that'll be part of this episode.
Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Jaws dropping when she walking, kind of thing that happen often more than just a little. I be shutting down the city, black the latest gears. When she wear, you see that sun in the air. Fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. Just happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory, ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty, I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot us in the basement party, turn into the greatest party. Never see my baby coming.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As the season winds down, let's take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still a lot to play for between now and wildcard weekend, and as usual, seeding should wind up playing a major role in determining who goes on to the Super Bowl. It's the Jaguars going up against the Brooklyn Barons. With that, we're off to the Pearl of Brooklyn. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Brooklyn Barons. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball, winners of 6 of their last 8 games. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And when he's at his best, Colin Kaepernick epitomizes what most people are looking for in a quarterback nowadays. Not just a guy who can throw it, but a guy who can be a big part of the run game and really break down defenses.
Kaepernick now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rushers, Jamal Charles on the carry. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
I wouldn't be shocked if we see Darren versus Howard in Super Bowl 52.
This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 05 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
I think one of the things that attracted people to Alex Smith initially was his mobility, and that's never changed. That guy's a great athlete, but he's so sharp with the football, so accurate, and takes care of it so well, he rarely puts his team in bad situations.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Here's Smith. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this. It's a fake. This is Johnson. He's got it. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Move 45! Move 45! 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
The play clock's running down. Here's Smith. And this is incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Again, Smith dancing to his left. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Brooklyn football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. This is caught. Gronkowski. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Smith rolling to his right. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Smith, and it's caught. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish tight matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Kaepernick, and he finds a man on a crossing route. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. On 1st down, Kaepernick. And he's got his man on the out route. The 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Quan Bray now to return this football. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now back out comes the offense. Smith on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They slot Gronkowski outright. On first down, it's Smith. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on second down is Smith. Escaping the pressure right. On the right side, caught by Green. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Rob Gronkowski in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Barons are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Jaguars didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. 4th down at the 34, and he ends up...
Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry. So we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And Green with a catch left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you. He's usually pretty good too, so the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
On first down, Smith. Caught on the right side by Jones. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Smith now on second down. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So similar to last week, same story here. The number's not good again. And, you know, occasionally I'm watching him on these routes. They've got 1, sometimes 2 guys just draped all over.
I think they've got to figure out a way to get him a little bit of distance. You know, get him some space. Because as a space player, he's as agile as your normal slot back or your running back. Just get him out there. Give him a chance to run some one-on-one routes. He's really just a wide receiver playing tight end. Give him that opportunity. He hasn't been able to get that done in the last 2 weeks, though.
Smith on first down. Wide open receiver complete. It's a gain of 15 that time. And it's good enough for a first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. This is Charles. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Charles the lone setback. Kaepernick now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Second and 10, Smith again. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Second down now after the pass completion. Throwing now, Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. They come out here in the I. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The defense once more getting set to do battle as they head back out. They're just looking for one final stop here, put a capper on this affair.
Get this game over with. That's all we're talking about. It's that simple. Finish this thing off, and let's get to the locker room and celebrate.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Kaepernick. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, he stays up. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Chris Long in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now defensively here. And Charles...
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly